Good morning, class 8 students. This is the chapter number 1 of civics, and this is your part 5 of chapter number 1. Students, as you know, in our previous videos, we have discussed about the features of the constitution. Now, we are going to read the third feature of the constitution, that is separation of powers. According to the constitution, there are three organs of the state. Students, in our constitution, the states has been divided into three organs: the legislature, the executives, and the judiciary. The legislatures are the lawmakers, executive who administer the law. Executive, the person who administers the law, and judiciary are the person who take care of the law. The judiciary system. The legislature refers to our elected representatives. What are legislatures? The members which we elect. Our elected representative. The executive is a smaller group of people who are responsible for implementing law. What are executives? They are the small group of people who are responsible for implementing the laws and running the government. The judiciary, of which you will read more in Unit 3 of this book, refers to the system of court in the country. All the courts, the law courts are come under the category of judiciary. So it is so legislatures, the elected representative, all the MLAs, MPs are come under the legislatures. The all the ISPCs officers, the executives, the Democrats all come under the executives, and judiciary, all the courts come under the judiciary. In order to prevent the misuse of the power by any one branch of the state, the Constitution says that each of these organs should exercise different powers. Students, on our Constitution, that in all these branches, they should to prevent the misuse of power, that there is no misuse of the power by one branch of the state. The Constitution says that each of these organs should exercise different power. All the constitutions have these organs have the different power. Through this, each organ acts as a check on the other organ, and the powers are such that each organ check the power of the other organ, the act of the other organ. Like a legislature, judiciary is the independent body of the government. Government it check all the work of the done by the legislatures or by the executives. So it's in our constitution is written such as each organ act as a check on the other organs. Every organ checks the other organ of the state, and this ensures the balance of power between all these three. And there is that because of this check has been done through our constitution, that ensure that the balance of power, there is a balance of power between all these three organs, whether it's a legislative, executive, or judiciary. Fourth feature of our constitution, of Indian constitution, is the fundamental right. Students, you know that the fundamental right is the concise of the Indian constitution. There are many fundamental rights like right of equality in our Indian constitution, right of equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, culture and educational right, and right to constitutional remedy. All these are the six fundamental rights of our constitution. So let's start. The section of fundamental right has been often refers to as the concise of the Indian constitution. Colonial rule has created certain suspicions of the states in the mind of the nationalists, and they wanted to ensure that a set of written rights would guard against the misuse of the state power in independent India. Fundamental rights therefore protect citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. Students, because of these fundamental rights, like right to equality, every person has a right to live, all people are equal, right of freedom of speech, expression, right against exploitation, means that children under the age of 14 are not allowed to do the work, right to follow any religion, right to culture and educate, any person can have a right to get the follow any culture or can have a right to any education of their choice, right of constitutional remedy, that they can move to the court, because the colonial rule has been such that they were exploiting us, and these right protects the powers of the states. The constitution thus guarantees the right of the individual against the state as well as against the individual. These constitutional rights constitutional rights protects guarantees the right that protects us from the state also, from the government also, and from the other individuals also, that neither the government nor the other individual who are in majority can exploit. Moreover, various minorities communities also express the need of the constitution to include right that would protect their groups. Minority groups also feel protected when they have certain rights are written in the constitution. The constitution therefore also guarantees the right of minorities against the majority. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has said about these fundamental rights. Their object is twofold. The first objective is that every citizen must be in the position to claim those rights, and secondly, these rights must be binding upon every authority that has got the power to make the law. Students, so these are the rights which binds the society also, plus uh, bind the society also. Fundamental rights, in addition fundamental right, the constitution also has a section called the directive principle as of state policy. This section is been designed by the member of the constitution. The directive principle of state policy has been designed by the constitution assembly to ensure a greater, and why it has been done, because to ensure that to make sure that there is a greater social and economic reform. Socially and economically changes are should be there, and to serve and guide the independent India, and it helps us to guide and protects the Indians. Class, okay, thank you.